Now, Shaska, you showed me a video of baby LJ. You showed me a picture of LJ at the S-Side Bruce Mahoney game, knocked out.
Yeah, a year ago.
We all love when our babies are in that infant stage where they're knocked out. And then you showed me a video of him a year later, and he's jumping behind couches. He's trying to climb everywhere.
It's crazy.
But remember that moment before you had LJ. Nothing prepared you for being a dad, right? I mean, you read all the baby books, but nobody can attest to this. You read all the baby books, you build the crib, you got everything set up. You're like, you know what? I'm ready to roll. Then the water breaks, and the baby comes out. And you think that, oh, snap, I'm not ready for this. I wasn't ready for the constant crying, the sleepless nights, the disorganized schedule. Seriously, it's the ultimate life changer, and I wasn't ready for it. You can read all that stuff. You can build it. Nothing's going to prepare you on being a father, but you try your best. You try your best. Same thing with the moms out there. You try your best to be a great parent, especially for sports nerds like us, where we used to play video games and we're watching football all day long, and now you got to watch football knowing that, hey, you got to play the Barbie van as well. You got to have a tea party while watching the Niners and Packers. How the hell do you do that? Well, you figure out a way. There's a will, there's a way, right? You're going to get both things done, but then you're going to realize, like, I kind of need to watch this game over because you don't have the same intensity. Anyway, nothing prepares you for that. And as I say that we have an announcement today at 9:20, nothing really ever prepares you for a goodbye. Walking away from something you love and adore is an indescribable feeling. It's a feeling that I've left a lot of knots in my stomach over the last month. And it's been tough. Today's been a day that we've kind of looked at like, damn, do we have to get there to January 31st? Because I'm saying goodbye to the roast right now. I've decided that I need to walk away from the show. Now, I'm not walking away from the station. Details about that will come a little later, but I'm taking a step back from the morning roast. And first and foremost, I had to do it due to family and health. There's 3 days a week where I don't even see Chesna or my fiance. And I'm not traveling to New York or Philadelphia. I'm going down to Chase Center. And something had to give. And burning the midnight oil at both ends. I've done it for 4.5 years, and it got to me. And so these hours are tough. And, family, first and foremost, my health, the lack of sleep that I was getting. I want to live like you, Shasky, till 100. I want to be able to tell stories with you at a coffee shop in West Sunset or West Portal or in the Fillmore District about the times we pissed off Philadelphia or the times we hailed Trey Lance as the next great thing in San Francisco. So I had to take that into consideration. Also, the opportunity to expand my role in NBC Sports Bay Area was a little too good to pass up. And it's one of the hardest decisions I've had to make in my life, definitely in my career, because I'm walking away from not only this great station, these great fans, but I'm walking away from a brother and Joe Shashky the Butcher who, if it wasn't for you, I don't think I would have regained my love for radio back in 2019. When we started doing 49ers pre- and post-game shows, and I'll never forget that Pittsburgh Steelers game after week 3, where I felt like I had the juice back because I was working with somebody who was the same age as me, who had the same passion as me, and nothing else mattered than just putting on a kick-ass show. Nothing else mattered. The fame, the likes, the clicks, none of that. It was just about meeting great fans, sports fans like us, who grew up loving their teams just like us, and being personable and extending an arm out to them saying, hey, you could come on our show. And you could be with us. You could rock with us. And look, we built this thing from the ground up. That's why it's tough. Because when I joined the station back in 2016, and I want to thank Greg Papa and Don Collins and Danny Freisinger for bringing me aboard. I was raw. I was not ready. I got hoisted into the show. And I'm thinking, man, it did not go well the first 6 months. I didn't think I was going to last long. But then by the time Papa walked away, I had built something here. But what we built together with this show, from the ground up, when so many people told us, you're not going to be successful. You guys are not going to make it in morning drive. These two yellers who are on the pre- and post-game show for the 49ers on overtime, morning drive, you understand? What? And not only did we create something special, but we kicked everybody's ass. And we made headlines, national headlines, local headlines, and we did it our way. We did it our way. And as I leave the show today, and I'll be around, trust me, I'll be around, more details on that. This show's in a great place, and this show is going to thrive in the future. It's not going anywhere. Because you know why? The roasters became a movement. The morning roast became a movement. And that's the toughest thing right now as I say this. I think about the Doobie Awards. I think about the pregame shows at the Hilton, meeting the Rob and San Brunos, the Tonys in Oakland, the Uncle Gene's, Ralph from Coyote Creek. You name it. Our crazy-ass callers and BPA and Cam and Antioch and Ken Opener Cal and Clark the Shark. We built a movement of roasters where people walk around Chase Center and people walk around the street and say, Bonta, I'm a roaster. And as I grew up listening to sports talk radio and listening to JT the Brick at late night and Gary Radish, they had their callers. They had their Johnny the Goutmans. They had their Salties. You know, JT the Brick had his Cheesesteak Al's and the mayor from Poway and Raider Rob. And I always thought, boy, if I get a radio show, I would love to have that. I would love to have my staple of callers that are just a staple of my show, the show that I'm participating in Shasky. We were able to build that. And we did it at a very high level. I'll tell you, we did it at a very high level. And so it is conflicting right now to leave this show. But some of the things I'll be doing in ABC Sports Bay Area, I want to thank Matt Murphy over there. I want to thank Dave Bernstein, Justin Hathaway, Devin Fox. Those guys took a chance on me, which I had no interest in doing television when I graduated from college. I just wanted to be a print journalist. Then I morphed into a radio host. But I had no idea television was in the cards. And here we are in year 5, and they want to expand my role, and I agreed to do that. You'll see me on Giants pre- and post-game shows from time to time. You'll see me contribute on all platforms. You'll see me contribute with the 49ers coverage. I'll be at practices, shoot-arounds and reports. I do a podcast with Monty Poole, the Dub Sock podcast, where we'll yell at each other as well, and I treat him like Joe Shasky from time to time. I'll try to, at least, but nobody can replicate what you've done for me, Shasky. The people you've introduced me to, the things we've done together. When I talk about these memories on the show, man, it's been tough to sleep all month long. And then yesterday, the time just moved slow. It moved so damn slow because I knew this moment was coming. We finally talked it out. We got it done. And I think about the memories. It's not just the Trey Lance content. It's not the Jimmy Garoppolo content. It's not the Draymond content. One of my favorite moments on the show happened at the airport. It's when your brother, Deli Boy, as we were flying to Boston to represent the Bay Area, we got to go to Boston to cover the NBA Finals.
It's incredible.
You and I.
They thought I was your agent.
They did.
I'm still pissed. I'm the better athlete.
You were pissed about that.
I was pissed.
And I was pissed about the hotel room because the showers were not good that entire week. Lukewarm water, yeah, it was not fun. But when I saw Deli Boy make it a point to take a break, to come see you and send you off to Boston. And I could tell he wanted to cry because the joy you brought to him and your family for representing them, for doing something that you dreamed about doing, like doing something you would do for free, and the joy on his face. When we got on that flight to Boston, I said, damn, I love that. Because that's what it should be about. And what you've learned and what I've learned is that we don't represent just this station. We don't represent this show. We don't just represent Lubman and Spinoni. But we represent our families in the entire region of the Bay Area. And we took that as a badge of honor, and we'll still continue to take that as a badge of honor and continue to do so in the future. The photo that I can't find with your father before we headed to Philadelphia on a red-eye flight to go into the belly of the beast. And Papa Shasky made us wait to get over there to send us off late at night to take an iconic photo in front of Terminal 2 or whatever it was to get on the flight to Philadelphia. You talk about the Rams and the Mafia breakfast and going out to the NFC Championship. One of my favorite days ever.
Me too.
And so this day had to come. It was going to come because I feel like we could have done another 20 years together. I truly do. But family is important. Health is important. And Lord knows on this show we've gone through our personal tragedies just within the last year. And that scared the living hell out of me. When I look at my sleep schedule and everything like that, and people say, man, how do you do it? I don't know how I've done it. When I look back at the last 4 years, I don't know how I've done it. To try to bring in the energy every single day and go as hard because I knew you were going to go hard. I couldn't let you outshine me. No, I'm not going to do that. I got to come match that energy. And I thought we made beautiful music together, but it's not the end. It's not the end at all. I don't want to say that it's the end, but as far as the day-to-day operations here at 95.7 The Game, I've had to make this decision, and it's one of the hardest decisions of my life. So I'm sorry to all the roasters that it's come to this at 9:30 on a Friday. I didn't want to beat this center of attention. I didn't want a bunch of calls saying we're going to miss you, Bonta, because I'm not going anywhere. I'm not. It's just a different role, but I'm going to miss this show. I'm going to miss what we built. And I'm going to miss pissing you off, Shasky. I really will. It's been great to see how we've both grown over the last 6 years. From a pre- and post-game show on Periscope with 5 people watching, with you crying over Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yelling at me.
Yeah. To doing videos at Levi Stadium and then getting calls saying, you need to take that video down. And I knew right then and there, I said, oh, we got something cooking. The haters are coming out. They're coming out. And then watching you go to your first training camp practice where now you brag about going to training camp like I've never even been there before. It's like, Scott took you to training camp for crying out loud. But to see how you've grown into a great father and to see how much pride you take in being a father, because that's what it's about. And then when I go out to see your practices and your championship games and what you do for kids and the youth, you never lose that, man. That's a great tool to have, a great skill set to have. And it's great to have in you that you want to help out the community at all costs. You probably get 3 hours of sleep. And I'm like, Shasky, take a play off. And yet you still go with those kids on long road trips. You buy them food. You help them out. You do what you got to do to help out your community. And you've grown to be a great dude over the last 6 years. And I feel like I've grown. I'm now a father. When I came to 95-70 game, I was single. I had no idea what I was doing. Now I'm engaged with a 4-year-old daughter, talking about family first. So it's hard to say goodbye, but I'll be around. But this is tough because I feel like for the first time in my career that we got to build something our way. When I was with Papa's show, it was Papa's show. And I'm forever indebted to him, forever, for him giving me the opportunity to come on these airwaves. Because without him, I'm not here today. Marty Larry, not here without Marty Larry. But what you did to help me reinvigorate my radio career that fall of 2019, and we never looked back. We had Kate Scott. We were ready to kill each other. but that moment when Kate had to do what she had to do to go to Philadelphia to call the Sixers, which, credit to her. She's doing a hell of a job. We looked at each other and said, we're just going to overtime it. If we're going to go out our way. Don't ever change who you are. I'm not going to change who I am, but we said we're going to go out our way. And to see the ratings go up, to see the movement we built, to see the following that we built, where people were like, yo, we're a roaster. It still blows me away to this day. We're in Philadelphia. We're in L.A. We're in Boston. People, hey, man, it's going to be tough, man. And this week didn't help. I'm going to tell you right now, this week didn't help because I feel like it's been some of our best stretch of shows in quite some time. Just goofy, laughing, yelling at each other, talking trades, going crazy over the Warriors, me being called a payroll, Jay Lacob's servant. I mean, it's been unbelievable. And at times during the night, I'm thinking, am I really making the right decision? It is a right decision, but it's a bittersweet decision. But I'm excited for what the future will have in store for the show, for this program, because I don't think the Warner Russell is going to stop. It's just starting. And I know that you, in your heart of hearts, Shasky, will not let this show go down the drain. I know you take much pride, great pride, in the Morning Roast show and the name and being part of it and being part of his station. So I know that it's just the beginning for you to take this thing to another level. So I'm going to miss you. I love you. We still stay 10 minutes away from you. I'm sure we're going to bug each other a little bit more now that we don't work each other. And I'm not going to give you any takes. I'm not going to do it. I know you're going to try to practice material on me. I'm not going to let you do it. But it's a bittersweet day, and it's a day that I haven't looked forward to for quite some time.